And news today coming out of the port of Corpus Christi. It includes President Biden approving funding to complete the project to make the ship channel deeper and wider. Along with that, Russian cargo is set to move through the port in the coming weeks. Our Michael Gibson has details on that and more.
Many times when we see those huge oil tankers coming through the port of Corpus Christi, they're loaded down with Russian oil. The port of Corpus Christi CEO Strawbridge says that all stops on April 22nd when U.S. sanctions against Russian oil take effect.
We did have imports of Russian crude oil coming to Corpus Christi. In fact, we have a few more cargoes that will arrive before those sanctions actually take effect later in April.
But he says that our local refineries, who are importing that Russian oil, are also looking for other sources to fill that void before the sanctions begin. Russia provides about 8% of our oil imports.
And you will allow them through the port and you will allow them to offload that oil?
Certainly. They are still allowed to come into the United States because those sanctions did have a 45-day trigger period. So because they were already on the water when the sanctions went into effect, they're not subject to those sanctions.
One place our local refineries may be looking to for more oil is West Texas, and here's why.
There's certainly more rigs that are being put into the Permian Basin to drill more. We're certainly seeing increases in production. In fact, the Permian Basin now is producing more oil than any OPEC country with the exception of Saudi Arabia. A lot of those barrels are coming here to the coast and to Corpus Christi for loading on vessels to our allies and our partners.
Another huge development on this day was news that President Biden has approved $157 million in funding to the port that will complete its dredging of the ship channel. That will allow those super oil tankers to make their way to our port in the future once the harbor bridge is also completed.
It was this final phase, phase 4, that we needed in order to have project closeout. We went to the administration, we told them about the importance of this project. Clearly now with what's going on in Ukraine and the energy crisis that we're seeing globally, they listened.
Strawbridge added that the $157 million will allow the port to finish its dredging project by the end of 2023. Michael Gibson, 3 News.